47. Your target is Miranda Jameson, famous art appraiser and director of the Gorka Institute in Barcelona. Mrs. Jameson is one of the key drivers of the extensive price fixing that takes place in the art world. Her callous approach to the fine arts business has destroyed countless galleries and resulted in the suicides of several artists ruined by her actions. 2 weeks ago, Jameson hired a gang of thieves to steal a valuable painting from a former client. Jameson aims to impress adventurer Blake Nathaniel with the stolen artwork. But the owner has discovered her involvement and hired the ICA to retire her and retrieve her personal notebook. The client wants Jameson eliminated before the artwork is revealed, so time is of the essence. Good luck, 47. Welcome to the Isle of Sgàil, 47. Miranda Jameson has been sighted on the island, but her exact whereabouts are unknown. We do know she's not carrying her notebook around with her, so look out for both. Happy hunting. That is Miranda Jameson, art price fixer, thief, and responsible for at least 3 artists' suicides.
Oh, Blake, darling. No need to stand around here sulking. I'm certain they'll be done with the final cleanup of the Cloud Serpent necklace soon. I've done the appraisal already. It's absolutely exquisite.
I know, the find of a lifetime. I just want to make sure it makes it all the way to the case. You know how badly Sophia wants it.
Well, perhaps I can distract you with something soon. I've got a little present for you being wrapped up as we speak.
A present? For me? What are you up to, Miranda?
Nothing at all, darling. Just making friends happy, expanding my social circles a little.
Aha, so that's the plan. All right, Miranda. Impress me
Evening.
then.
I will, Blake. I will. Tricky. We'll have to put a do not disclose on the price tag if this goes out to a gallery. Set it to $500,000 for serious US requests, but if anyone from China expresses interest, it's a hard million. They'll always pay more. Thematically, it does resemble the early works of Unke. Clearly isn't his work, but... well, I suppose it is if we say it is. That would make it much more collectible.
If you think so, Mrs. Jameson.
Well, how's it going?
Don't worry, Mrs. Jameson. I'm being very careful with the case, which is why it's taking a little longer than usual.
Wonderful. As long as Blake is impressed, I'll be happy. What else? On show in Paris, London, Shanghai, and Dubai. Well, the clientele is there. I think it's safe to bump up the price at least 10 additional million. Should also help up the demand on the rest of his work. God, I'm tired of looking at all that old junk. Ah, good. You're preparing the space for my painting.
Your painting, Mrs. Jameson? Isn't this where the scream is hanging?
What, that old rag? Absolutely not.
Oh, I must have been misinformed.
I'm presenting a small present to Mr. Nathaniel here. We've been staring at the screen for decades. It's time for something fresh, don't you think?
If you say so, Mrs. Jameson.
Yeah, it's just not that interesting. Patina gives it that old look they like in the US. Makes them feel like they're part of history. Maybe add a little more grease in the creases to increase the value by a few $100,000. The work itself is rather bland. Thomas Cross never did have very good taste, but we should be able to get rid of it quite easily.
Wise decision, ma'am.
So, Jameson is really gonna replace the scream with this thing?
Apparently. She's trying to impress Blake Nathaniel, gifting it in his name so he can introduce her to some of the big-shot Archeans. I overheard her talking about it earlier.
Expensive gift? Didn't Randall Price put it on the market for $100 million last year?
Yeah, well, I believe she acquired it through other means.
Stolen from another ARC member? And now she's putting it up here as a gift to Nathaniel. Ballsy move.
Well, all the other art here has been liberated too. What's Price gonna do about it?
Yeah, I guess.
I trust you are being as delicate as possible here.
Everything is progressing nicely, Mrs. Jameson. I'm sure it will look very impressive out in the gallery.
That's good to hear. Keep it up. Ah, yes, Delacroix. Well, insisting on selling it at that price really bit him on the arse. Shame. I suppose he'll have to buy it himself with support from the gallery to keep up confidence in his other art. We'll jot it down as anonymous buyers, I think. You will let me know if you happen to see Randall Price around, yes?
Well, it's a little hard with all the masks, of course, but we're not expecting him until tomorrow. Rest assured, I will keep you informed, Mrs. Jameson.
Service to the society.
It's Miranda Jameson. We've got a situation that needs to be handled with care. An Italian man in police custody in Rome. Alfredo Bianchi, an art thief of some skill. He needs to disappear. Well, I think relocation is fine. Set him up somewhere warm. Use those people in the Maldives, perhaps? Excellent. Today, if at all possible. Goodbye. The lights are a little off. The reds won't come through right here. We'll need to look at that. Cecil Martin's Napoleon on a horse. Well, we killed his reputation in Europe 3 years ago, so no value there. Suppose we might try to push this on one of the bigger houses in Beijing or New York? Could fetch $500,000 or so if we bundle it with something similar. Not much of a market for this type of sculpture, but seeing it's from the Cross Estate, I'd say 250,000.
Very well, Mrs. Jameson. A lot of work left to do. I wish Jameson wouldn't wander off all the time.
She has no idea what she's doing, does she?
Jameson? She knows exactly what she's doing. Driving prices up.
Inflating the market, more like.
Well, think of it like this. Art has become an investment. A way for rich people to evade tax, trade in insubstantials, and build reputations. Jameson facilitates that to perfection. Well, she's the best.
She destroys the lives of artists and gallery owners with her scheming.
An unfortunate side effect, I suppose.
You have done this before, right?
Everything's fine here, Mrs. Jameson. No need to concern yourself. We'll have it ready in time.
Excellent. Let's have a look here. 4 previous owners. No, that won't do at all. We'll need to add 6 more to justify the price. I should talk to the Al Ghazali family about this. We still have an agreement, right? You let me know the moment Randall Price arrives.
Like I told you before, Mrs. Jameson, I'll let you know. We're not expecting Mr. Price to arrive until tomorrow. I will let you know once he's here.
Teddy, it's Miranda. Listen, I've looked at my files and I just don't think we can do it. He's an interesting artist, but there's just not a lot of sales in skulls outside what Hearst is producing. I'm saying we dump it all. Drop the show, tell our people to buy low and crash the market around him. If he wants back in, he'll have to play ball. Fine. We'll talk later. You missed a spot there. I want this to be perfect. You understand me?
Excellent, 47. That's the notebook secured.
What the hell? Who moved my notebook? It had better be around here somewhere.
Enjoy your evening, sir.
God, if that notebook is gone. All my client notes are in that thing. I can't do my job here if I don't recover it. All this work for nothing. It'll take me weeks to reproduce everything. Ah! Give me a minute, please. I need to make a phone call. It's me. You wanted to get in touch. Did he? Well, that was rather unexpected. What did the Italian authorities say? No, don't worry about him. Randall Price is too much of a weakling to actually do anything about it. I asked him kindly to sell me the painting at a friendly price, and what does he propose? $100 million? It's ridiculous. I got him that piece in the first place, along with dozens of others. He's not playing me for a fool. I set the price, not him. Oh, that's just him barking. Look, it's unfortunate he knows who recovered the painting from his collection, but he's got no case. The statements of a single soon-to-be-dead art thief will not go very far. I'll have him taken care of. After that, I'll destroy Price and everything he worked to build. He'll beg me to take those remaining pieces off his hands, and I'll just laugh at him as his fortune crumbles. Fine. You do that. We'll talk later.
Target eliminated. Well done, 47. The client should be pleased.
Hell! Who moved my notebook? It had better be around here somewhere. God, if that notebook is gone. All my client notes are in that.
Head for an exit, and I'll wire the money as per usual.